Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Sunday, August 7th, 2016. The main fire potential impacts over the next few days will occur today. We are looking at a mix of wet and dry lightning across portions of Idaho and western Wyoming this afternoon. These thunderstorms will produce some gusty outflow winds, with winds gusting over 40 miles an hour near many of these storms. There is also the potential for some gusty winds across northern Utah and southeastern Idaho this afternoon, and we are looking at wind gusts in the 20 to 35 mile an hour range. And these wind gusts are in areas where we have seen quite dry fuels over the past few weeks. There were quite a few storms that developed across the Great Basin yesterday, mainly Utah and Idaho, with a fair amount of precipitation associated with these storms. There is also a fair amount of lightning across the area, with the greatest concentration of lightning strikes across southeastern Idaho. The fire activity map shows a fair amount of new starts over the past 24 hours, with some ongoing larger fires across the Great Basin. The ERCs have been on the rise rather significantly across the northern and western portions of the area, with many areas reporting ERCs above the 90th percentile. I'm highlighting GB13 in central Nevada here because they are setting records. You can see from the chart here on the right, the green line is the current observed ERC, and it is above the max observed. So portions of the area setting ERC records because it has been so hot and drier. This is in contrast with southeastern Utah, where we've seen monsoonal moisture and it has been rather wet. And so you can see GB29 highlighted here on the bottom right, where the ERC has really plummeted over the past few weeks with those showers and thunderstorms that we've seen most afternoons. The satellite image shows a low pressure system just off the Washington coast that will make its way into the area today, bringing some of those gusty winds. We are highlighting portions of Idaho and northwestern Utah for gusty winds this afternoon, and there's also some concern for lightning across the central Idaho mountains and portions of Wyoming. Looking at this afternoon's forecast in more detail, you can see those gusty winds highlighted here across portions of southeastern Idaho and Utah and Nevada. And again, those wind gusts will generally be in the 20 to 35 mile an hour range this afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms will develop today, and the areas highlighted in green are those areas where those storms are expected to be in place. The main concern for dry lightning is across those central Idaho mountains and portions of southeastern Idaho and Wyoming. Moving into Monday, that low pressure system continues to make its way to the east. We will see gusty winds again tomorrow afternoon, but those speeds will not be as strong as what is expected today. It'll also be a bit drier tomorrow afternoon, and so thunderstorm coverage is expected to mainly be confined to the higher terrain of eastern Utah tomorrow afternoon. As we move into Tuesday, dry air continues to make its way into the Great Basin. So again, on Tuesday, with that dry air in place, not a lot of storm coverage on Tuesday. We will see some gusty winds, however, and you can see from this map on the left where those gusty winds are forecast to develop on Tuesday. The 3-day precipitation accumulation map from the WPC really highlights how the precipitation over the next few days will be confined to portions of Idaho and Utah. On Wednesday, we will see a resurgence of moisture into southeastern Utah, so there will be an increase in storm coverage on Wednesday across southeastern Utah. However, drier air will begin to make its way back into the Great Basin from the west on Thursday. That dry air will continue to spread eastward on Friday, and that trend continues into Saturday. So moving into the weekend, we will see drier conditions along with some lighter winds and some warming temperatures. The 7-day precipitation accumulation map looks quite similar to a 3-day accumulation map, meaning that in that 4 to 7 day period, we are not expecting much precipitation. Finally, looking at the 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, they are calling for above normal temperatures across most of Utah and Nevada, and below normal precipitation across the entire Great Basin. So really, after we see that precipitation on Wednesday, Thursday, across portions of southeastern Utah, it looks like we are moving into a hotter and drier period. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.